So check this out.
Mr. President, is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news.
Oh, my God. Just completely ignoring her question. It's fake news.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news.
My own government investigated and found that this guy sat right next to me murdered an American citizen. And this guy that sat right next to him is just sat there like smirking.
But I'll answer your question. I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine.
That's a lie, by the way. Maybe officially he's not on the paperwork any longer, but he's definitely like he's in hoc. He's working with his sons, right? Like they set up like this sort of crypto exchange, this crypto business, and he sold a pardon to the guy who was jailed for like 10 years or something. He ostensibly sold a pardon to that guy. I forget his name now. He's like an Eastern guy, sort of a man of Chinese heritage or something. He was jailed because of like a Binance fraud. And he gave the guy a pardon seemingly on the bet, like, okay, look, if I pardon you, then you have to, the next round of like crypto investors and like stuff, you have to put it through my son's crypto business to legitimize it, to make them a big player. And then, like, away from the sons. And then you have his daughter, Ivanka. Her husband, Jared Kushner, set up a wealth management fund. And the Saudis funneled $2 billion into it. So, maybe his name, like, isn't on, you know, the actual corporation documents any longer. Maybe he's not, like, signing checks. But he absolutely is connected. It's all connected. Like, this is what makes that whole sort of like Biden crime family shit so like projection-y. Like every accusation is a confession. That's what makes it stink to high heaven. Like, isn't your family's business in Saudi Arabia a conflict of interest? No, it's nothing to do with me. No, it's the only thing I've got in common with my sons is the last name. You know, I don't see how you could credibly make the case that there is some sort of beneficial conflict of interest there when it is obvious that I don't love them. So why would I do that?
I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was.
That's another lie. That's should keep a tally. Ding, ding, ding. It is. I mean, look. You know, the NASDAQ might be bubbling up high. Maybe the NASDAQ is doing well. Maybe like the rich people are doing well. The people that pull down the dividends, I think, are doing probably better than they ever have done. But ask your everyday American if it feels like they're winning. Are you tired of winning again yet? Are you great again yet? Did you ever get those cheap eggs? What about gas prices? Did they didn't come down? Okay, all right. No, the housing crisis over there hasn't sorted itself out. But you do have 50-year mortgages.
And that it ever could have been, no matter who was president. There would be nobody bringing in $21 trillion. That I can tell you right now.
That's another lie. That's a big one that he's wheeling out at the moment, where he pretends that slapping tariffs on things is bringing in $20 trillion. I don't think it's anywhere near that, but you know, fine. And even if it, like, let's say it was like 10 trillion or 5 trillion, it's such an astronomical, fantastical amount of money. $20 trillion. Like, be serious. Even if it was accurate, like, the money is going to be jacked up onto the prices of the goods that are going in, that are paying the tariffs to gain access to the American market. So it's the American public who are paying all of that money. It's not something to brag about.
As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about.
I mean, how do you even respond to that? Like this guy was an American citizen, admittedly, like not by birth, but he became an American citizen, right? And it's been found by the American government, by the CIA, by way of investigation, that guy sat next to Trump, had him kidnapped and bonesawed him, just fucking butchered him live over Zoom. And the way that Donald Trump is speaking about him is like classless and callous, does not cover it.
Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen, but he knew nothing about it. And we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
Like, I just don't know what even to say about that. Like, what would that guy's wife be, or fiance? They were about to get married, weren't they? What would she be thinking?
Things happen.
Like, watching this scene in the White House.
A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about.
I feel painful about, families of 9/11 in America, but, we have to focus on reality. Reality based on CIA documents and based on a lot of documents that Osama bin Laden, he used Saudi people in that event for one main purpose, is to destroy this relation.
Uh-huh.
The journalists, it's really painful to hear, anyone that been losing his life for, no real purpose or not in a legal way. And it's been painful for us in Saudi Arabia. We've did all the right steps of investigation, etc. in Saudi Arabia, and we've improved our system to be sure that nothing happened like that. And it's painful and it's a huge mistake, and we are doing our best that this doesn't happen again.
So he was kidnapped, right? He went in to the Saudi consulate, right? He goes in there, and this was in Istanbul. This was in Turkey. He goes in there. He doesn't come out. That building is owned, run. It is like sovereign land, owned and run by the Saudi government, by this guy. And one of the reasons, if not the only reason, really, everyone was so certain that he had ordered that brutal killing was that it was on government land. It was owned and run. Do you know how high up you would have to go to get approval to have somebody brought in, kidnapped, like detained, and then murdered in such a grisly fashion in a Saudi building? And then for like immediately they had like all of these like cleaners and like painters and decorators like ready to come in and clear up the fucking mess. And all of them had, security services access granted. How did they all get in and start like painting and decorating? Like, it's so beyond the realms of possibility and understanding and comprehension. It insults intelligence to expect people that they wouldn't believe that was signed off by the Saudi government. But even Turkey said a team of 15 Saudi agents, assisted by 3 intelligence officers, arrived in Istanbul in the days before the murder, and that the group removed the security cameras and surveillance footage from the consulate before Khashoggi's arrival. Like, it's been investigated.
Things happen, but he knew nothing about it.
Pete, like, Turkey say that it's MBS. The UN said that it was MBS. The UK, the US, everybody says it's fucking this guy. And now Trump's got the gall to sit there and go like, well, don't embarrass our guest with your fake news, with your ABC fake news journalisming. I mean, apart from anything else, you know what this guy does to journalists, don't you? But don't embarrass, don't fuck this up for me, is basically the vibe that I'm getting from Trump. And then in the next breath, we've got MBS pretending, like lying to our faces, pretending that the Saudi government, are just as it. I was really sad about that too. Yeah, that's all. Any life that is lost is a tragedy. But we investigated it, and we put steps in place to make sure that I never do that. I mean, that it never happens again.